I've got some really good drippings this time, of course, from my previous pour from all the bright paints that I used. And I'm going to try another experiment now with another one of my coffee jars. This one is a 200 gram one, and I have not put it on the stand, although I have got the stand here ready to go, and I have put some bubble wrap on the top of it. I want to roll the glass jar in the paint and then put it on the stand to drip. I'm going to see how well that works for me. Well, I've had the jar sitting up for a few minutes now, waiting for it to drip down, and I did the lid, which I'll bring the camera down to show you. The colours are quite beautiful, but although the lid patterns came out really well because I held that, and rolled it really well, I don't think the jar patterns have come out quite as I had intended. A lot more mud on the jar than what I would have wanted. Some parts have come out quite well, very pretty, but others are, as I said, a little on the muddy side. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn the jar around to where I don't like it, which is in that patch there. And I'm going to take it down to the paint, which I'm sorry will be off camera. And I'm going to dip it again and see if it makes any sort of a difference. I'm going to keep it on the stand as I do it. And that is how it drips down. Really rather pretty patterns it makes. The colours are very muted, so I'm thinking I might just, for example, on this part here, get my spatula and just run some brighter colours through it, but rather than dripping them down, I'll actually smoosh them round the glass. I don't want too much mud. I want the bright colours, but I don't want the bright colours from in the front, as the colours I've got down in the front here, right behind everything, I want to try and use on some cabochons later on. So I might just grab my other little spatula and see if I can get the colours up in one go to smush across, like so. Wow, I really like that. That is lovely. I'm going to try and replicate that if I can. Further around here. I think I know where those colours are. So I will give them a go again. Nope. Nope, definitely not. Well, I've left it to sit and drain for about 15 minutes now, and so I will slowly turn it round to show you what it looks like. I love the colourway. It didn't quite turn out how I hoped as far as rolling it in the paint, but it I believe gave me a slightly more marbleized pattern, and I think that's really, really pretty. And the lid, the same. I had a little bit of difficulty getting the paint onto it by rolling it, and ended up just having to drizzle some paint over it again to give it the more colourful effect. But overall, I am really pleased with how the jar has come out, and again, I'll add it to my collection and show you when it is completely dry. I have a lovely patch of drippings here, which I am going to use for dipping cabochons today. And I have got some cabochons that I'm going to use that are completely blank for some of them, and others which have got transfers on them. But I'm going to start out with a plain blank 25mm cabochon, because some of the colours in this are just beautiful. I'm going to just bring the camera up a little closer and hope it doesn't go too blurry, but I want to show you some of the swirly patterns in this, which are just gorgeous, and I wish I had my larger long cabochons to dip into the paint so that I could get the full effect of the swirls, the little swirls, almost like little wind funnels along the edges that have been created by the dripping. So I'm going to put my first cabochon right in the middle of one of the swirls down here. Oh yes, that is very effective. Very pleased with that. And this cabochon has got a pair of blackbirds on it. And I'm going to put it right at the end, or not right at the end, but almost up the end, at the top of the camera here, also through one of the swirls. Wow. I blurred that slightly with paint on the top of it, which I'll have to clean off, but that is beautiful. Sometimes when you take the cabochon off the blue tack, it is quite slippery and difficult to hold on to. So now I'm just going to do a plain oval cabochon, and I want to put it right across this centre piece, swirly piece here, in all the bright colours. Oh, that's beautiful. I hope it dries as bright and as pretty as what it looks here. Here I have another one of my transfer cabochons, this one with the dolphin on, which I love my fish, If you've watched any of my previous videos, you'll know I love my whales and dolphins on my cabochons. And I want to put it in the blue-green colours, so I'm actually going to put it here and hope that the dolphin looks like it's having so much fun. Wow, wow. I'm sorry, but that really is a lovely one. I'm very, very pleased with that. It's gorgeous. And my last cabochon today, I'm just going to do another one of my plain round ones. I'm going to put it right at the end and hope that there is enough paint to coat it. Wow, that's certainly got every colour in it. Very interesting. And that is it for me. Now I have got a big clean-up job to clean up all my leftover paint drippings. So I'll see you again another day. Thank you very much again for joining me.